All right, man. Dan Campbell gives us an update on the practice squad receivers. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notification, increase your chance. Go live or drop a video. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist for more videos like this. But yeah, he basically talked about what's going on with the receivers. If I can pull this up. So here we go. Shortly. So here we go. So Dan Campbell says that all options are on the table for promoting a practice squad receiver. So it says in Sunday night's victory, shout out to LionsWire.USA Today.com. It says Sunday night's overtime win against the Rams. Only two Detroit Lions receivers even saw a single pass target. All-Pro Mara St. Brown caught 3 of his 6 targets, net 13 yards. Jameson Williams erupted in compensation, scoring a touchdown and racking up a career best 129 yards on 5 catches and 9 targets. But the lack of effective wideout play was stark when compared to the Rams getting good production from deeper reserves. Once Puka Nacua left the game with the injury that landed him on IR for at least 4 games. Meanwhile, Detroit's third and fourth receiver, Khalif Raymond and rookie Isaiah Williams, didn't see a single pass. The Lions do have some veteran options on the practice squad, and the call for the team to add one is growing louder in every passing radio show or podcast. Between Allen Robinson, Tim Patrick, and DPJ, Donovan Peoples-Jones, head coach Dan Campbell has three players who've all had some NFL feathers in their cap at that ready, on the inner ready, I guess. Campbell was asked Wednesday if Patrick signed recently after being cut by the Broncos was close to being active, or Peoples-Jones had advantage from being the Lions since the trade deadline last season. Quote, all those guys are competing, Campbell responded. That's why when we are on the vet squad every day, you putting in work and our eyes are open. I told them last week, and so we're paying close attention to him, and Robinson as well. Campbell concluded the thought ambiguously, excuse me. So all options are on the table. We'll just take it as it comes. No Diddy. Like I said before, we knew this was an issue. Everybody knew this was an issue, not named Brad Holmes. He was the one that wanted to do the usher and take it nice and slow. And didn't want to go out there and spend money on a receiver or spend any draft capital on a receiver. He believed Antoine Green, Donovan Peoples-Jones, and Jameson Williams was just the only one that paid off. Even before Antoine Green got injured, I just didn't see it. He said that he was coming along. So Peoples-Jones just looked terrible. Like he forgot how to play football. So, in the end, that is what it is. But yeah, right now, that's going to be a problem. I mean, Khalif had an end around, and I guess I didn't even know Isaiah Williams was in the game. Quite frankly, I didn't even know Isaiah Williams was in the game. So, I mean, if they don't believe these guys can help them, then they need to get on the horn and try to make a trade, and that's just what it is. So they may need to get on the horn and make a trade. We all knew this was coming, but he liked to just wait the last minute to make these deals. And I feel like, this season was too important to take a gamble on those guys when you could have went out there and just possibly just paid Josh Reynolds and been done with it. And then, had them compete, but he didn't do that. I mean, didn't trade for nobody because he traded a lot of draft capital. He traded a ton of draft capital in this draft to get Vaki, to get Manu, some guys that might necessarily not help us right now, but could help us down the road. So I think a lot of people kind of understood that as well too, and that could be a possibility. So, but nonetheless, that is what it is. But who knows? These guys got to pick up the playbook. So that's another thing. You got to learn the playbook, and then Jared Goff ain't the easiest quarterback to he ain't the easiest quarterback to get along with neither. It takes some time to build that chemistry. And for Donovan Peoples-Jones, it never came. And just talking about him in particular, he was terrible. Like, it looked like he straight up forgot how to play football when he got here. And maybe that's why he ended up in Detroit and not on Cleveland no more. He had one good season in Cleveland and ain't been able to replicate it since. So, um, uh, so, but other than that, man, I don't know if any help gonna be on the way or if these guys on the practice squad can even help them. Where they go out there and make a deal. Apparently, T. Higgins not practicing again this week with a hamstring. I think they got a lot to do with him, not getting his money. So maybe they'll be making them ready to make a deal for T. Higgins or something of that nature. Maybe somebody is gonna step up. But if I had to say somebody gonna step up, it's the guy coming off the blown ACL and coming off the blown Achilles. And that's, and Tim Patrick, Allen Robinson, his best days are behind him. He had a major injury and really ain't probably just getting old at this point. Who else we dealing with? Donovan Peoples-Jones, he had every shot from this second half of last season into this season. He's had every shot. He's had every opportunity to rise up, and he hasn't risen up and taken the bull by the horns. So it's going to be disheartening if the answer ain't on the team. You're like, well, as far as what do they need or what should be the answer from the wide receivers, at this point, just somebody that can be a good possession receiver and can catch a jump ball. Somebody that can just, just be a big body receiver and catch the ball. That can beat one-on-one coverage. So, I mean, Michael Thomas is still out there, but wouldn't you be in the same predicament? None of these guys are ever the caliber of Michael Thomas, but he got injuries. Hunter Renfrow, slot receiver, so he can't really help you. So, so I continue to say, ain't too many options out there unless you're ready to pony up a king's ransom for Devontae Adams. Can you go offer Cincinnati something that they can't resist for T. Higgins? So, not sure. So, if the answer ain't on the practice squad, then they're gonna have to get real creative with it. So, hopefully for Brown Holmes and the Lions' sake and the fans' sake, that the answer's on the practice squad. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop video. Financially, want to support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link inscription. Hit the link tree, find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, the whole nine. Appreciate y'all, man, for supporting me, man. You got Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Hit the link tree. You can find me everywhere there. Peace.